We have Chopra, we have Peters, Anderson. We have Nadim, the Olympic champion. So it's different athletes from different parts of the world. So it's exciting
Good.
now to compete in it.
Good to have you with us also. So let us begin our chit chat. Welcome once again, all the viewers. This is Suresh Raj Nair from Miss Time channel, and we, as usual, we bring on a lot of celeb players from different field of sports, from volleyball to badminton to football to javelin throw. So this time we have with us, we are fortunate to have the Olympian, and now we have with us the currently concluded Olympic javelin thrower with us. We are really fortunate to have you with us, Julius. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Now tell me, you are having a very illustrious career of more than 14-15 years. You started your career in 2010 or maybe before that. How did you pick up this javelin throw? By naturally, or as you are well known as YouTuber javelin thrower?
Yes, I think I started 2 years, 2 years before 2010. And my first assignment, of course, outside Kenya was the 2010 Commonwealth Games in Delhi, India, where I became 6th in the finals. So from then, I've really, progressed until where I am now. And my career has been really, I feel that I have achieved a lot. Maybe I could have achieved more if not the injuries I encountered on the way. But yes, everybody else know me as a YouTube athlete. It's a funny name. It came from the media, by the way. It was in 2011. So we went for African Games in Maputo, Mozambique. And I won gold medal for Kenya. So that was the first time a Kenyan was winning a gold medal in the javelin. So after the competition, of course, the normal procedure, you go to the media for interviews after you win. So one of the journalists asked me what I did, that I was able to win the javelin gold medal for Kenya. And it was historical that a Kenyan was winning a javelin. It was usually used to be won by South Africans, maybe Nigerians, Egyptians, and so forth. So yes, I didn't have a coach then. So they asked me if they could interview my coach immediately after the competition. But yes, I didn't have a coach. So I had to be, I needed to be frank to them that I didn't have a coach. So they asked me, and then how did you do it? And I just told them the truth, that I was watching YouTube videos of the great javelin throwers, the world record holder, Jan Telesny, the kind of training he was doing. Of course, not to throw like him. I knew how to throw the javelin, but I needed to watch what they are doing, that they were throwing so well. 98 meters, Terobit Kamati 91, Andreas Dolgisten 90. So, and they were doing so well at that time. If you remember, during the Golden League, it was always, Terobit Kamati versus Andreas Dolgisten in the world. And they were the great javelin throwers, who happens also to be my role models. So I was watching what they were doing, the kind of exercises they were doing. Of course, then they were showing very little, not much about the kind of training they were doing. It was mostly about, the javelin technique, how you run on the runway, of course, doing the gym exercises. But then that was difficult for me because I was not able to, to access very big teams that like the ones they were using, like the adult jumping, which is very important for javelin. So I introduced it to my training program, and my performance was improving each time. So that is what I told them. And then the following day in the Kenyan cassettes, they wrote YouTube athlete won gold for Kenya in the javelin. So, and that's where the name YouTube started.
Correct. Once you started throwing the javelin, you did not stop at one go. Continuously, you were in from 2010, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, continuously you're winning medals. You're always in the top three, gold, silver, and bronze. I think you had 2015 World Championship gold. Next is Rio Olympic silver.
Yes.
So tell us about something about that Olympics as well as World Championship.
So yes, I won gold in 20. No, I didn't. I win a bronze in 2010 during the African Championship, but then publicity then was not big. Of course, it was in Nairobi, so I won bronze, and I'm very sure very few people remembers that I won that bronze medal for Kenya in the men's javelin. So in 2012, yes, I went for Olympics, and before that Olympics, we went for African Games in Benin, where I won gold. So that's when I started. Now I started winning medals from 2010. The only time I didn't win any medal completely in a whole year was in 2017. Because we went for World Championship in London and I got injured again, so I was not able to win any medal. Yeah, and 2022 in Tokyo, because after the pandemic, pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, it was difficult for everybody. So and that I accept that I was not prepared for that Olympics. So I went there because I was already qualified like two years before. So yeah, it's only 2 years that I've never gotten a medal in a whole year. And I thank God because He has enabled me to do it and to continuously do it. Because 2014 I won the Commonwealth Games, 2015 the World Champion, 2016 I won bronze, 2018 I won the African Championship, 2019 African Games, 2021 I won the. No, I didn't. Yeah, that was still when we had Olympics. And then 2022, I won the African Championship. And last year, last year, yes, 2023, I didn't win any medal as well. It was only the World Championships.
Yeah.
So I didn't win any medal. So only 3 years in my career of almost 15 years that I haven't gotten a medal. So it's really a luxurious career, a very successful career, despite a few challenges. And of course, coming from Kenya, where the event is not well, known and supported. But yeah, I have big fan base, from the people around the world. And by the way, I have a huge fan base from India. So they really support me, despite the fact that Neeraj Chopra is my competitor and my friend. Many Indians really support me.
Right.
And it's an honor, of course, and much respect to the Indians.
Right. So far, what is your highest throw? Is it 87 was the highest, or you crossed somewhere 90?
This year is 87.72 in the finals of Paris Olympics. But of course, my personal best, the longest distance I've thrown, is 92.72 in 2015 at the World Championship.
Wow.
Yeah, in Beijing. Yeah, when I won the World Championships. And then the second best is 91.39 in Birmingham, again in 2015 during the Diamond League. So yeah, I'm in the 90-meter club, so I enjoy it. Hopefully I will throw it maybe this year or next year again, the 90 meters, because it's really a joy to throw far. Yeah.
So what was in this Olympics, in Paris, when Neeraj as well as Arshad, both of them, they failed in the first attempt, and Arshad's second attempt flew 92.97. What was your reaction? How did you feel about
it? One funny thing about the Paris Olympics is that every athlete, his second attempt was the longest.
Yeah.
I think only maybe Jakub from Czech Republic and Weber from Finland, from Germany, had I think the fourth or the fifth attempt, making bigger distance. But all the other athletes had the best throws in the second attempt. It was the reaction of what Nadim did, because his first attempt was not good. Me too was not nice, because I think my first attempt was 80 meters, 80 point something. So when Nadim now threw 92, I knew that it would be very difficult to beat the distance, because it was almost 93 meters. And my best then is 92.72 is almost the same distance, but the
Right.
season has not been good to me, and I needed to respond. And then I responded with a good throw, 87, which put me in the second, in the
Yeah,
second,
correct.
in the in the third position for only almost less than 2 minutes because it had a huge distance in the second attempt. So I think the level of competition was really high, and every athlete was ready for the finals, because I think it is the first time in the history of javelin men finals that we have long throws like that, like 92, 89, 88, 88, 87, 87, 86, 84. Eight athletes doing over 85 meters,
Yeah.
and only three, managing to get a medal. It was really a tough competition, I say so.
Right.
And the level of competition, as I said, is gone high. And when I look back in the men's javelin, since I came now into serious javelin throwing, I've been among the few who have not been able to get a medal because of you have a big distance, but you are not able to get any medal. I remember in 2013, in Moscow World Championship, I was number 3 until the last attempt of Dimitri Tarabin from Russia. He did his 6th throw and he beat me. So I did 85, which was my personal best. And I was number 3 until the last moment. But Tarabin, his last attempt, he beat me. So I didn't get any medal. So I think when me coming into javelin has really, make javelin very interesting and exciting. Everybody else want to throw big because, outsiders coming with very big throws. Outsiders in terms of, javelin has been an event where it was a European competition. More so, Eastern European event where we have Finland, Germany, Czech Republic, Norway, Sweden, Russia, Ukraine having good throwers in the javelin. And now, very difficult for European countries nowadays to win a medal. Even if I think it was the first time that in an Olympic year, no European athlete was able to get a medal. So it shows that, the big boys now have serious competitors from the small boys from, of course, in terms of countries, not in terms of, you understand that. So, so I was excited about Paris. If you see the whole video, the whole competition, I was forever smiling because, I came back having good throws, every competitor enjoying the competition, throwing big throws like that. So there's nothing you could do. You appreciate your colleague because he's doing so much better than you. So I think javelin, and I hope that that momentum keeps going, and we might have a world record coming from anybody else in the near future.
Correct. Now tell me one thing. You are very, 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 had an illustrious career in African championships. So almost all the 9 golds you have won. And 2010 starting is the bronze, then afterwards 9 golds and 1 bronze. So it's a very, very, gigantic career, you can say. How do you maintain the streak of continuously winning the medals, at least in the African Championship?
I think I've been able to, to continuously, dominate in the continent because, I was welcome into the event with a championship competition, like the African Championship in 2010. So, and I got a bronze medal. So I think that hunger to be a champion has been with me for all that time. If you follow again, even in the Diamond Leagues, I only won once, I think. I won only in 2011. 2015.
2011 is Maputo gold in African Games.
So I'm saying I'm not that competitive in the Diamond League, but when it comes to championship competition, I think that's where I show my true colors and, that, feeling to represent my country. As you can see, I love my country.
Kenya.
So, when you wear the Kenyan galas, the adrenaline, of course, shoots up and you really want to do well. to show that you are capable of doing it. And, Kenya being at a very high level in athletics. So that pushes me also to, to try to be among, the best runners in Kenya that we have.
Right.
So, that tag of champions, everybody doesn't want to know which event you're competing in. As soon as you wear the Kenyan jersey, they expect you to do so well. So I think it's part of that, patriotism that I want, that yes, I'm able to defend my country in the event that, it's not well known. And of course, maybe Africa, the level has not been that high for some times, but I think it's picking up now.
Mhm.
So yeah, we will be able to see difference in competitions. I'm very sure the level of competition in Africa, because we have many countries now in Africa picking up javelins and doing it. Yeah, so I think I took from South Africans. They were doing so well previously, and yeah, when I took it, when you are a champion, you always want to be a champion and you don't want to lose it. So that's the momentum that keeps me going about, winning the continental silverware.
Right. Now tell me one thing, as a sports person, one should have physically the workout and all those things are there. How far in the javelin throw the height of the sports person is important?
A difficult question to me, because I think I'm the shortest javelin thrower. So I don't know. Maybe I'm short, but I have strong feet. So I think that's what's helped me.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you are too tall for javelin, in javelin, sometimes it's disadvantage because you don't have a strong legs. So, and then if you have just a medium height, yeah, you're capable of having benefits over the others. But
Right.
its height is God given. I was meant to be a javelin thrower, despite the fact that I'm the shortest. So I have strong feet. I have faster arm. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe scientifically they can prove it, but I don't think there is much. About the height of the athlete. As long as you are not too short and too tall, I think you can be able to do it. And if you see even the javelin throwers we have, I think those who have very strong legs and height can do so well. Like Nadim now, he's tall, he's strong. We have Al Said from Egypt. He's a gigantic man and have very strong legs. So yeah, they tend to use a lot of power as well. So not my technique, but the medium height athletes are using more technique to get it right. So it's easy for tall throwers, I should say, for them to get a good height to throw the javelin. So it's
Correct.
a bit of advantage, but sometimes they can be too slow in the runway as well.
I think you should have a strong legs as well as strong shoulder.
Yes, yeah. Of course, the foundation is a strong shoulder, because javelin you need to have very strong shoulders.
Because when you throw the javelin, that goes a trajectory, the angle, whichever higher angle it makes, the longer it travels, I believe so.
Yeah. But when you have a very big height, the javelin drops earlier.
Yes.
But when you hit like just a moderate height, then the javelin fly high. Yeah.
Correct. Good.
Yeah.
Tell me, how is your relations with Neeraj and all other javelin throwers from the world? Did you always interact with the Neeraj and all?
Yes, he's my good friend. We really close friends, and we talk to each other. We advise each other, and the whole javelin throwers around the world, we just united. We are just one, family.
Very good.
Because and you remember even the last championship in Lausanne.
Yeah.
We took a photo. We took one photo of the whole athletes after the competition. For as a unity. And one funny thing is, when I saw Chopra struggling with, to have good throw, because I know he wants to throw the 90 meters. It's really in his head now. And, the conditions in Lausanne were perfect. And maybe it wasn't to be for him, but he was really struggling. And, I spoke to him before he did that season best of 89, 40, 49. So I called him before he went to throw, and then I just advised him to just relax his mind, relax the body, and, get the technique correct, and he will throw far. And yeah, I remember when he did that, he came back to me and hugged me and said, "Thank you so much because of your advice that he was able to have a season best." And yeah, it's, as javelin throwers, before the event, after the warm-up, the official warm-ups is done, as we now going to start the competition, we shake hands, we wish ourselves all the best in the competition. And after the competition, again, we shake our hands, we talk. Even in the when the event is progressing, your friends will tell you, maybe you need to do this and this, because we just one family. Despite the fact that we are competing for top honors, we can't forget that we are all, human beings, and we should live in a friendly way. So I think that is what makes the javelin exciting as well.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now the Olympic just now over. So what are your preparations for any other major events coming up, or what is your schedule nowadays?
For now, I still have like three competitions or so before I close the season and have some rest, then prepare for Tokyo next year, the World Championship. So I'm in Europe now. I'm in Switzerland. I have a competition on Sunday, a small competition here on Sunday. Then after that, we go to Zurich Diamond League. So in Zurich, if I get enough points to put me in the finals in Brussels, so I have to wait until the 14th of September to compete in Brussels, and that will be the last competition of the season. Then some few weeks rest, and now pre-training again for next season, because I need to start early to gain enough fitness, because I think I struggle a lot when I got injured to be in perfect fitness level, because I added some weight at some point, because I couldn't run, I couldn't do anything, just doing the gym, and the risk of doing gym exercise without running sometimes, doing aerobic exercises is very risky for an athlete, because you tend to gain a lot of muscles. And focusing on next year. After this, I take some rest, go back home to Kenya, be with my family, my boys, and then back again to training.
Start again.
Yeah.
Now, after achieving so many things, in your life, so many medals at various sporting events, is there anything which is left out, or you have some dream? I want to achieve this.
Yes, I'm thinking of starting my own foundation to focus on helping the younger generations to join javelin throw in Kenya. Main target is the schools, because that is where we can easily identify the talents. So yeah, there's something I'm planning, there's something I'm doing with someone to be able to see that it get it start now. Maybe targeting 2028 Olympics, if we can have some few boys and girls who can be, by the time it's 2028, they'll be 21, 22 years. If we can get them now and train them properly, I'm very sure we'll have, more than 2 throwers in the men's and the women's javelin from Kenya. So because I think we have enough talents, the problem is the facilities. My main focus, of course, is getting the javelins to Kenya, because that is what will now, push the young ones who really wants to pursue javelin to do it. So getting the javelins to Kenya will be, my main target. And maybe I will come to India to,
Yeah, definitely. You're almost. Welcome always.
Pick some assistance on my foundation to help the young ones, because the sport is a continuous thing. It shouldn't end after Yego stops. It means we will not be able to see another Kenyan in the men's javelin. So I will not have accomplished my mission, because every athlete has a mission of inspiring the next generation of sportsmen and women. So that is my main focus.
Fantastic.
When I start this, I will reach to you, because I have your contact, to see what maybe you can broadcast, and then we can see if we have potential, know, people who can, businessmen and corporates who can link up with me, and then we can continue with that. It can be an event, or, you know, when the event starts in Kenya and successful, we will have many countries coming to Kenya again to train. So that will be really fantastic.
Definitely. I think you are going to produce so many javelin throwers from your camp, and they will be breaking 90s and 95s, maybe 100.
Yeah, because like India now has many throwers, you know, able to hit 80 meters. It's really encouraging, and you know, I like the support that the Indian javelin throwers are getting now from the government, from the Ministry of maybe Sports and so forth, because they have really, you know, there's a spontaneous comers of, you know, javelin thrower. I have very many of them reaching me on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, asking for advice, and you know, that gives, you know, it gives me hopes that you know, in future we will have many throwers coming from different parts of the world. And with, of course, to many Indians who have reached me on social media, please, if I haven't responded to your request, I will do so when we know I have time, because I have so many of them reaching me on advice, what to do, and you know, encouraging me to continue, you know, throwing, and I will respond to them when I have time.
Right. So nice, actually. A very, very ambitious project you have. What I want to ask you is, see, you have spent your most of the life in throwing the javelin only. So now, suppose if somebody wants to pick up at the young stage, youngster, and what qualities you should have, can you advise the youngsters to come forward and go for this sport?
Yeah,
your advice?
Of course. Yeah, of course. Anybody who wants to do the sport, please start now. You know, don't wait. You know, with the very little resources you have for training is enough for you, because do not think that maybe someone doing so well has all the support or all the necessary facilities and equipment present at that moment. The very little you have can really push you up. And, you know, when you have what you have is enough for you at that moment. Of course, you will gain more as you continue. For me, when I started, I didn't have a gym, I didn't have a coach, I didn't have a javelin. So it was like maybe you throw once in a week. You go to a stadium, the stadium has only one javelin. Maybe the in-charge, you know, stadium store is not available at that time to give you the javelin. You need to pay to train and all that. But, you know, take the little you have and train. Like for javelin, if you can be able to access the medicine ball, you doesn't have to lift a lot of weights in javelin throw, because after all, javelin is it's just 800 grams. So you just train your hand to be able to throw every time. You know, make it, you know, and make your shoulder free. Don't lift a lot of weight. Like we don't want to be like weightlifters. If you become a weightlifter, you can't throw the javelin.
Right.
So just the basics of javelin throw. Just do it now. Don't wait for, you know, it's too late. When it's too late, you start it.
Correct.
At some point, I think I don't regret, but I started it at a later age. 19 years was maybe too late for me. And getting now into the international level at 21, not knowing what to do, just to throw the javelin. But then it took me to some point, because I didn't know that age also matters a lot. But where I am, have done so well. And there is no much facilities in Kenya. The only facilities that really helped me until now is when I was in Finland for a scholarship. So I understand what to do. And javelin is easy to train. If you have a coach, it can be really easy. So the faster you start, the sooner you become experienced into it. And because it is a technical event, when you start it at a younger age, you pick up easily. And you will be able now to, you know, to master. When you master the technique in javelin, it's very easy for you to train.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to see in Julius in 2028? And what will be his throw? Any guess?
Now I'm starting to have questions on if I will be in LA 2028. If my health allow me to continue, I will be, because What can only stop me is when my body has say enough is enough. That's the time I will just, say, yeah, I have to rest. But if I'm still, able and capable of throwing, 87 meters at 2028, yes, I will be in Olympics, but I'm not promising it now. I'm taking now step by step, each season by season. So by 2027, we will know if I will be there. Of course, God willing anyway, because gift of life comes from God. So I'm very sure, as strong as I am now, I can still continue.
Right. Now, tell me one thing, as a, what is your advice to your fans who want to follow your game as a javelin thrower, who has done so much things for this sport, javelin? What is your advice to your fans?
Of course, the only advice I can give them is, keep supporting me. Your support wherever you are really encourages me, really pushes me to keep going. It makes me strong and believe that I can still do it. Even now, I remember some few years back, before Paris, maybe some were really worried about, my level of competition, where it has been, because it has not been encouraging. I think 2022 was the only time I flew over 85 meters. So there was 23, 20, the whole of 2023, it didn't do so well at the beginning of the year. But then I'm back again. I'm healthy. Keep supporting me. Let's support each other. Your messages, your encouragement, direct messages, social media, everywhere. I read them, I see them. It encourages me. It pushes me to, to want to achieve more. And I will keep going. I will not disappoint you. Sometimes I might win, sometimes I might not win. So don't get discouraged. Competition is like that. And Javelin, we always say, if you wake up proper, your body, you will have good throws. But if you wake up and it doesn't accept it, just accept it the way it is. Javelin is a very dynamic event, and it's really, up on the body of an athlete. And sometimes we get tired. We don't do well.
Correct.
Sometimes we get disappointed, but we focus into the next competition. So keep cheering me, continue cheering me, continue supporting me, and I appreciate your love, and support.
Definitely. Support will be always there for you. And we wish from our channel as well as my personal self, I wish that you cross 93, 94 sometimes in the next Olympics, or maybe somewhere in any of the World Championship games. And you keep always remain like this, because you are a very generous and very, open-minded, positive thinker. Fantastic. Keep your character like that only, and do well in your academy. And we would like to, rather personally, 2028 should be your Olympics. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you.
your time. And we have definitely had very nice talking to you. And our channel is blessed to have you on our podcast. Thanks a lot, and all the best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a
Take care.
good.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.